We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama. Where you watch?
Popeye.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. In the news today, on Wednesday afternoon, October 9, about 12:30, a loans officer in her early 40s, she parked and securely locked up her grey 2014 Toyota Passo motor car with license plate number 3605KT at the entrance to the staff gate at the Grand Bahia Principe Hotel in Runaway Bay in the parish of St. Anne. She went into the hotel to conduct business. When she returned about some minutes after 4 o'clock, the car was missing. Hoodlums thieved the car right there at the hotel gate. Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next report, the Hanover police, they have arrested and charged 19-year-old Kiando Dontae Foreshaw, but he's popularly known as Ninja Turtle. He's living at Sandy Bay in the parish of Hanover. And Ninja Turtle, he has been arrested and charged for shopbreaking and larceny and simple larceny. We are learning that on Sunday evening, October 6, a shopkeeper in his early 60s, he securely locked up his shop at Sandy Bay in the parish of Hanover. When he returned to reopen it the next morning, Monday, October 7, he realized that the shop, it was broken into. The back door was kicked off. Entry gained and a number of food items, household supplies and clothes were stolen. A report was made to the police who commenced investigations. Earlier this week, a team of police officers, acting on intelligence and armed with a search warrant, they carried out a search at a house occupied by Ninja Turtle and several of the stolen items were seized. As a result, he was taken into police custody. Ninja Turtle, he was charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next report, I carried a report earlier this week. It was about the death of that guy on your screen. His name is Gaston Aldene Samuels. I told you that he was popularly known as Prento, but persons from Johnsontown in Lucy in the parish of Hanover, they know him as Nooks. Last month, on September 25, Nooks, he celebrated his 54th birthday. And I must tell you this. I have known Nooks from we were both children. Nooks, he was living and working in Brooklyn, New York. His local address is Clark Avenue in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. Nooks, he went to the Sangster International Airport and was about to leave the island last week, Wednesday morning, October 2, about minutes to 12 midday, when he was arrested by detectives probing a gun and ammunition shipment. That shipment was intercepted at the Seaboard Warehouse in Freeport, Montego Bay on Tuesday morning, August 27, about some minutes after 10 o'clock. Reports are that anomalies were detected in some packages that Nooks had shipped from New York. The packages were inspected and found to contain 17 guns. This shipment included 2.380 pistols, 1.40 pistol, 12 9mm pistols, and 2 M16 rifles. Also in the package were 300.40 rounds, 300 AK-47 rounds, 60.22 rounds, 31 pistol magazines, and 4 rifle magazines. Nooks, he was taken into custody at the Montego Bay police station, and on Saturday, October 5, he complained that he was not feeling well. As a result, he was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was treated and admitted. He was placed under police guard at the hospital, but on Monday morning, October 7, almost 9 o'clock, Nooks, he died in hospital. Ah boy. This next incident, it took place early yesterday morning. Thursday, October 10, about a few minutes after 6 o'clock. We are learning that a lady in her mid-30s, she was on her way to work. She was walking through a footpath from Whitehall in Negril towards the bus park when she was approached by a hoodlum who was armed with a gun. The hoodlum took down the lady and robbed her of her handbag containing her blue Samsung cell phone and cash amounting to over 4,500 Jamaican dollars and other personal items. The hoodlum, he then made good his escape. This next robbery, it took place Tuesday night, October 8, about some minutes to 8 o'clock. Our information is that a taxi driver in his late 30s, he operates a 2013 Toyota Noah on the Ochareas, Sentence Bay route in Sentan. Tuesday night, the driver, he was on the hustle. He loaded the Noah at a gas station in the Ochareas town center to go to Sentence Bay. 2 females and 3 males boarded the Noah. On reaching a section of the Bull Point main road near to Little Duns River, one of the male passengers who was sitting behind the driver, he pulled a gun and pushed it in the driver's head back, commanding the driver to stop the vehicle. The driver, he stopped, and another of his crony, who was also a passenger in the bus, they proceeded to rob the 2 females and 1 male passengers, who are all unarmed security guards, of cash, cell phones, and other valuables. It is said that the driver, he was putting up resistance, and the hoodlum with the gun, he fired a shot at the driver. The driver, he fell to the ground, but luckily he was not hit. The hoodlums, they then drove away in the Toyota Noah, leaving the driver and the passengers on the street, but they did not reach very far. The vehicle shut down on them and they had to abandon it along the Ochareas main street. They then made good their escape. This next robbery, it took place Wednesday night, October 9, almost 11:30. It took place at Steppers Lounge along the Port Henderson Road in Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. Our information is that the female operator for the bar and 2 customers, they were inside when 2 hoodlums entered. The hoodlums, they pulled guns and juke down the bar operator and 1 of the customers. They then proceeded to rob them of liquor and cigarettes plus cash. The other customer, who is a licensed firearm holder, he was in the bathroom and he was coming out and he saw the 2 hoodlums. A shootout ensued and the hoodlums, they managed to run out of the bar and escaped on a bike that was parked outside. No one in the bar was hurt and it is not known if any of the hoodlums were hit. The mayhem. This next robbery, it took place last night, Thursday, October 10, at minutes after 9 o'clock. It took place at a gas station at Concreve Park in the Port Henderson area of Portmore. Our information is that a white Toyota Mark X motorcar drove onto the gas station compound. Our information is that a white Toyota Mark X motorcar with 5 hoodlums aboard drove onto the gas station compound. 4 of them came out of the car. 1 of them, he went into the convenience store and 2 of them stood guard at the door. The one that went into the store, he pulled a gun and robbed the cashier of over $500,000 Jamaican dollars in cash and her Samsung cell phone. 1 of the other hoodlums, who was on the outside, he pulled a gun and robbed the male and female pump attendants of cash, totaling almost 200,000 Jamaican dollars and their cell phones. They also robbed a male and 2 female customers of cash, totaling over $500,000 Jamaican dollars and their cell phones plus other valuables and documents. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in the said white Toyota Mark X motor car. The mayhem. Now, this one, sad indeed. That female on your screen, her name is Sabrina Garwood, but she was popularly known as Kem. On Sunday, October 13, coming up, Kem, she would be celebrating her 34th birthday. She lived at Mount Peace in the parish of Hanover. We are told that early this morning, Friday, October 11, about some minutes after 1 o'clock, Kem, she was a passenger in a 2015 Nissan AD wagon motor car being driven by a guy known as Akeem. Another guy was also a passenger in the car. Our information is that they were traveling along the Appleton Hall main road from Brandon Hill in St. James when, on reaching in the vicinity of the Blossom Gardens child care facility, the car was traveling very fast. The driver, he was in the process of negotiating a right-hand corner when he ended up losing control of the car. The car exited the roadway to the left and collided into that concrete perimeter wall of the child care facility. Both Akeem and the other passenger, they managed to flee the scene. There is a front view of what remained of the car. Kem, who was traveling in the front passenger seat, she received injuries to her head and her back. Her right leg was also broken. Kem, she died on the spot. Sad indeed. In this next report, we are learning that a guy, his name is Odaine Sims, but he was popularly known as Redneck. Redneck lived in the Canterbury King Street area of Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. We are told that earlier this year, Redneck, he was arrested and charged by the St. James police for robbery with aggravation and other charges. As a result, he was in jail at the Freeport police lockup. While Redneck was in jail, it is said that he got into a conflict with two hoodlums from Montego Bay who are in custody on murder charges. We are told that threats to kill were issued. Last week, Wednesday, October 2, Redneck, he was granted bail by the courts. He picked up his bail and he was now out on road. Yesterday morning, Thursday, October 10, almost 7:30, Redneck, he was standing outside his gate at the intersection of King Street and Love Lane when he was approached by a hoodlum who was armed with a gun. The hoodlum, he opened gunfire hitting Redneck several times to his upper body. Redneck, he fell to the ground and the hoodlum, he then made good his escape. Redneck, he died on the spot. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 9 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, listen me carefully. I posted Black's photo on Facebook earlier today and I captioned it that he is a former Westmoreland Police most wanted hoodlum. I also said that Blacks, he was killed in an alleged confrontation with the police. Alleged means what the police are reporting. Now, if you look on your screen, Black's mother, she made that comment under the post. She said, "Sleep well, my son. Alleged confrontation and died between your bed and dresser. Such is life." Just here for the comments. Crying emoji with 4 bullets to your back. Someone asked, was he a criminal as they say? Black's mother answered, no, he was shot by a young man. The guy in return got shot by friends. So he, meaning Blacks, was wanted by the police. He was locked up for a year and then he won his case and was set free. But the question is that the full story or is that the truth? So there is Blacks on your screen. His name is Tarik Fitzgerald McDowe. Next month on November 21, Blacks, he will be celebrating his 32nd birthday. Follow me now. 11 years ago, on April 12, 2013, Blacks, he was arrested and charged by the police for an illegal gun. He went to court where the case was tried and he was found guilty. He was sentenced to prison and he served almost 3 years behind bars. He was released from prison on February 5, 2016. On his release from prison, he went to live at Geneva District in Negril with his mother. Whilst in Negril, it is said that Blacks, he linked up with some gangsters in the area and he became one of their top shotters. So I'm going to tell you about the incident that the mother spoke about in her comment. On Saturday morning, March 23, 2019, about 10 o'clock, a 25-year-old guy from Crowder District in Negril. Now, if you have been following the news or following this channel, you would know by now that for many years, hoodlums from Crowder and Geneva, they have been involved in conflicts. As a result, many persons from both communities have either been killed or injured. So that Saturday morning, the 25-year-old guy from Crowder, he rode his bike to Geneva District to visit his 21-year-old sister. It is alleged that Blacks and other hoodlums from the area, they had threatened to kill the sister. On reaching a certain section along the roadway, the allegation is that the 25-year-old guy, he was approached by Blacks and 2 other hoodlums who were armed with guns. They opened gunfire hitting the guy to his face and his left foot. The guy, he managed to ride away and escaped from the hoodlums even while they were still firing shots at him. It is further alleged that Blacks and his 2 cronies, they went to the guy's 21-year-old sister's house where they opened gunfire at her, hitting her to her abdomen. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in the area. The guy and his sister, they were rushed to the Savannah Hospital where they were treated and admitted in a serious condition. Remember now, these 2 shooting incidents, they took place at minutes after 10 o'clock in the morning. Both the brother and sister who were shot, they knew Blacks personally before. In fact, the sister and Blacks, they lived in the same community. As a result, they gave the police Blacks' name. If you look on your screen, in 2019, shortly after those 2 shooting incidents, Blacks, he was placed on the Westmoreland Police Most Wanted list. As a result, Blacks, him take himself from his mother's house and he went back to live in Hanover. Early Wednesday morning, November 30, 2022, about 4 o'clock, over 3 years after Blacks was implicated in the Negril shootings, he was held by the Hanover police at a house in the Cave Valley area of Hanover. He was taken back to Westmoreland where he was charged. Blacks, he spent some time in jail until he was freed by the court. But, mother, you said he won his case. Is that true or the witness did not go to court? Anyway, Blacks, he was released from jail and our information is that Blacks, he continued with his life of crime. The police, they are reporting that yesterday afternoon, Thursday, October 10, some minutes after 2 o'clock, they journeyed to Cave Valley in Hanover and they are saying that there was a confrontation with them and Blacks. They are claiming that Blacks, he was shot and killed, and he was found with a loaded .38 Smith & Wesson revolver. Indicom are carrying out investigations. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the